Hey everybody, it's Becky with the Sweet Tea Shed, and I thought I would do just a quick tutorial, not a live, and show you guys how I put a napkin on a crate. So as you guys know that follow me, I'm getting ready for a craft show this weekend. And this just happens to be, I don't know, this is like a 6x6 crate. It's a pretty good sized crate. It's so cute. Now normally I would paint this white, but I'm kind of liking the color. I hope that I am not going to be upset because I'm putting this napkin on it. So this is going to shine through this napkin. However, I kind of like the look of the wood, like it's a barn wood. So fingers are crossed that it's going to come out looking kind of barn woodish background with pumpkins in front. Okay, so you guys know me too, that I just kind of do things on the fly. I don't always experiment before I go live or do tutorials, so we can just do it together, and that way we can learn together. So I have gone ahead though, and I've put I've done 3 sides so far with just Mod Podge. So this is what I had over here by me, so this is what I'm using, but you could use gloss, or yeah, this is the gloss, or you could use the matte, whatever you have. What do I always say? Use what you got. So we're going to use what we got, and that's what was in front of me. And again, I've already done these 3 sides, and so I'm just going to go ahead and paint this side real quick, or not paint, I'm going to just put some Mod Podge on this side, and we're going to do the iron-on method with this crate tonight. So it's going to come out really, really uber cute. So I'm just painting on a pretty good coat, and making good and sure that I get all the way to the edges, because you don't want that, if you don't get to your edges really good, then your napkin will peel up a little bit. And we don't want that to happen. We want our, whoops, that should be plenty. We want our napkin to adhere to our crate. So again, I'm hoping that I'm not fooling myself when it comes to not painting this with a chalk paint before I put this napkin on it. But you know what? Like I said, lesson learned. If I don't like it, I guess then I will figure something else out and do something different with it. So while this is drying completely, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work on my napkins. So if you've not ever done this, or you're not sure how to do it, I'm going to show you how to get your napkin apart. So some napkins are 2-ply, some are 3-ply. I'm sure these are 2-ply because they came from the Dollar Tree, and it doesn't say, but this is how I get my napkins apart. I just put a little bit of Mod Podge on my finger, just a little bit, and kind of smush it together, right? And then I just grab the corner of my napkin and boop, and I pull, and it comes right. It separates, and you can pull that right apart. It's that easy. Now, there's a lot of different ways to separate napkins, and this is just one of many, and this is the way that I like to do it. So that's all I'm doing, just separating a napkin. Some people lick their fingers, that's cool too. Some people use different little tools to get in there and to separate them. Those never seem to work well for me. Then you just, what I do with my plies, a lot of people ask, what do you do with that second ply or that second and third ply? And I usually use those for either cleanup work. I've used it like to cover a sneeze. And a lot of people, although I still have not got my printer, a lot of people will use, excuse me, that second or third ply to print napkins on. So I so want to get that done. I just haven't got it done. There's not enough hours in the day, but that is something I really, 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 really hope to get done, is to get a printer so I can print pictures of things that I find. So anyway, all right, so carry on, Becky, carry on. All right, so I am looking for my water pen. Now, you guys know I love my water pen, and what this does is, instead of using scissors to cut my napkin apart, and it is a Dollar Tree napkin, so it's only got 2 panels, right? So that kind of stinks, but it is what it is. I only get 2 panels, but I've got a whole package of them, so that's gonna be okay for me. So Yeah, it's just a 2-ply. You want to make sure that you do get those plies off, because if you Mod Podge with a second or third napkin on there, you are going to get bubbles. And again, experience. I've done that before, and yeah, it's nothing but very frustrating. So be sure that you take your plies off, and again, whatever method you use to get those plies off, hey, whatever works for you, good, that will be just fine. So I just used that water brush, and I just went right along there, and see how it gives you this kind of wispy look. And girls and boys, I know there's a word for it, but I never can remember what the word is to what that's called. I just call it wispy. So I'm going to go along my whole napkin and cut off the edges. First, I should measure this and see exactly how I want it on here. And see. So my napkin's a little bit wider than what this is. I'm thinking maybe something along that line. Hang on, or something along that line. I think I like that one. So I just kind of measure my napkin that way, kind of press to get a crease, so I kind of know where to use my water pen at. And then I just do what I normally do. I just go across. And if it's longer, then, as a matter of fact, well, I'll just strip that edge, but that's okay. I'm not going to cut the bottom, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do at the bottom. So, but I am going to cut this side. So this will give me a wispy look. Now, the reason you want a wispy look, again, there is a term for that, but, you know, I'm kind of country, so, so anyway, well, I'm a lot country, but anyway, what's going to happen is this is going to just kind of melt into your craft. So if you're working on a crate, or you're working on a canvas, or you're working on a coaster, whatever you're working on, when you cut with scissors, it gives you that blunt look, and you can't hide that. But when you do this wispy look, it kind of fades right into whatever your project you're working on. So it just depends on the look you're going for. So I like the wispy look, so that's what I'm doing. So since this accidentally tore, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut this excess off here as well. You don't have to do that, but I'm just doing it tonight on this one. All right, so on 3 sides, I've got the wispy look. On the bottom, it's still that blunt cut. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a little bit. Just going to take the other side, and I'm going to do the exact same process. So as a matter of fact, I'm just going to put my napkin on top of it, and I'm just going to go along it and do the same process. So I'm just going to take it, my water pen. If it's not exact, that's totally fine, right? It's totally fine if it's not exact, but it kind of gives me a pattern. So I'm just ripping these edges off, and it just comes off so easy when you use the water gun, when you use the water pen. And again, voila, there you go. So I've got 2, but I need 2 more, because I'm going to do 2 on either side, and then I'm going to do 2 on both the ends. So I'm going to take me another napkin. I'm going to do the exact same process that I just did. Again, I've got a Dollar Tree napkin. It has 2 plies to it. So I want to take that second ply off. And the way I do it, the way I like to do it, again, everybody has their own method. So you do whatever you like. This is what I do. I just put a little bit of Mod Podge in between my fingers, and then I just get the corner and boop, and it pulls it right apart for me. And these less expensive napkins, they are a little bit harder to get apart than what I would say your more expensive napkins are. Some that are you might order from, there's different people online that sell them. Chances are pretty good those are going to be really nice napkins, and those are so good to craft with. And I got a ton of them over here because I'm in some napkin groups, and yes, we swap napkins. And so if you're interested in swapping napkins, I'm not lying, ladies, I got well over 1,000 napkins. If you would be interested in that, send me a PM and I will send you a site that I'm on, and they would welcome you with open arms to be on this napkin swap group. Fantastic group of people there. Let me tell you, fantastic group of people. And I have met people from all over the world, Belgium, Germany, Ireland, Iceland. Awesome, awesome group of people. Okay, so enough about my napkin group, but hit me up if you're interested in something like that. Same process. I'm just going to take my water gun, water pen, it's not a water gun, and just boop, cut it right in half. And then I'm going to do the same thing as I did over there. I'm going to leave my bottom on there. I'm just going to go around the top, and I'm going to cut off, or tear off, I should say, that pumpkin. And make sure that my sides are also done. Again, with that wispy look to it, it's going to melt right into whatever project you're working on whenever we do our we use the iron. We're going to be using an iron here in a little bit. And that will help it melt right into it. So it's going to look so cute, ladies and gentlemen, so cute. All right. Those of you who have crafted for a long time, this is nothing new to you. This is probably the way that you do a lot of your projects, the iron-on method. And I can tell you straight up, I pretty much do the iron-on method on everything I do now. But you can only do the iron-on method. You can only do the iron-on method on a hard surface. So please don't try to do the iron-on method on like anything plastic. Obviously, you are working with a true hot iron, and you know, I guess common sense hopefully will tell you what you can and cannot use a hot iron on. So just remember that you can only use the iron-on method on a hard surface. So, and there's no rhyme or reason on how to do it. You just kind of do what I do and just go around the outside, and then you just rip it. And that's okay that this part ripped a little bit, because when I, as a matter of fact, this part's not going to be on my crate. Won't even be there. All right, so I've got my 4 panels. And honestly, what I could do, now I'm thinking about it, if you really wanted to, you could put a napkin like here, and then you could cut these napkins out a little bit, or cut these pumpkins out, and you could cover the whole side if you'd want to. So do I want to do it that way, or do I want to do it just this way? Such questions, such questions. If I did this, all right. So you know what, we're going to do something a little bit different today. So I'm going to take 2 of my panels, and I am going to cut this excess white part off. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. And that way, it's going to look like there's more pumpkins on this side. So we're going to just give it a shot. What the heck, right? So I'm going to use my water pen again, and I'm going to go as close as I can up to the leaves, and also to the pumpkins themselves, and this pretty little sunflower. And I'm just going to take it, and then I'm just going to take that apart. Whoops. Again, if you rip your napkin, don't beat yourself up over that. It's okay, because once you put Mod Podge on it, it's going to just kind of fade right in there, so you're never even going to know. People will never know. It's pretty forgiving. Okay, so see where I cut it really close? So then when I put it on here, right, I'm going to cut the other one so these pumpkins fit right up beside each other. I think it's going to look really cute. Really, really cute. All right, so I'm just going to take this pumpkin, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go around my leaves with my water pen. Now, if you've got a steady hand, you probably could do it with scissors, but again, it's going to give you that blunt look, whereas this is, again, wispy looking. All right, so I've got these 2 little puzzle pieces, right? And I'm going to piece them together like this on my crate. All right, ready? All right, here we go. So I have 1 coat of Mod Podge on all 4 sides. I'm not doing the bottom right now, but after this tutorial, I might go back and do the bottom. I always think it's really cute to put something special on the bottom and or to even do something on the inside. So I'll probably put a pumpkin on the inside. We'll see. I might just spray paint it like a goldenrod or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So then I'm just going to, let me put some of my stuff away. Otherwise, I will be wondering what I did with stuff. And I actually have an iron over here that is hot and ready to go. And I'm going to use my 2 puzzle pieces, for lack of a better word for them. Oh, here's the lid to my water pen. Let me get that on that. If you don't have a water pen, let me know. I'll put a link down below, but Amazon, Hobby Lobby has them. Probably any craft store has these. Amazing. I think it was like $6, $5, $6, but I've seen them in packages of like 3. I like the fine tip ones. You can get different size tips, and I like the fine tip one, but you get what works for you. But you can get a package of like 3 for $7 or $8. Cool. All right, iron-on method. Mod Podge on your hard surface. Grab whatever napkin or rice paper, whatever medium you work with, and we're going to adhere that to our crate tonight. And to do that, I have actually a hot iron, because as y'all know, I don't use this iron for nothing else, so I might as well use it for crafting. I'm gonna get a crafting iron someday. And then this is just a piece of parchment paper, an actual piece of parchment paper that you would get at whatever store you buy your baking good stuff at. So you don't want wax paper, not wax paper. This happens to be parchment paper that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's already folded, and you just pull it out like a Kleenex. So it's like, I'll give that a shot, and it works really well. All right, so here we go. We're gonna work some magic here, and I'm going to put my pumpkins on this crate. I'm gonna stand up here so I can get a really good view of it. I'm gonna go as far over as I can so I can get both of these napkins on here. And they are gonna overlap a little bit, but that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. All right, so I see a little bit of white right here, so I'm just gonna kind of tear that off a little bit. Just tear it off with my fingernails a little bit, just to get some of that white out of there. So I just tore a tiny, tiny piece off. All right, so I'm gonna start with this side, and I think that's where I want it. Take my parchment paper. Now again, this is hot, so be really careful because we are using a hot iron. Okay, and honestly, hang on, I'm gonna scoot it over a little bit, and I'm gonna wrap this, I'm gonna wrap it around the edge. That will be really cute. All right. All right, so take my parchment paper. I've placed my napkin where I want it. Take my parchment paper and just set it right on top there. Try that again. Set it on top there. All right. So I've got it covered. Taking my iron, which I have on between medium and high, so that's where it's at. Now, for this, since I don't have a napkin over here, I don't want to iron over here because I'm going to be melting that Mod Podge. So I'm only going to iron on this side, okay? I'm only going to iron on the one side right now and get it stuck down. All right, so again, be really careful. This is really hot. And you can see I'm not like ironing. If you iron and go back and forth really fast, you're going to wrinkle your napkin. So what you're doing with the hot iron is you're actually melting that Mod Podge onto the napkin, which is adhering it to whatever surface you're working on. So just going to do it again. I mean, I am moving it some, but I'm not ironing like really hard back and forth. Okay. All right, so your parchment paper is going to be a little bit hot. So just kind of be careful with it. You're going to lift it off, and voila, it's stuck on there. And the awesome part about using the iron-on method is that there are no wrinkles. No wrinkles. So it turns out really goober cute. All right, and this is goober cute. So now I'm going to take the other side and do the exact same thing. I'm going to place my napkin where I want it. And I think that's about right. I'm going to grab my parchment paper, put it on top, grab my hot iron, and just set it on top there for just a minute and let it melt a little bit. And then just very slowly move my iron You don't want to just set it and leave it on top, because then I think it would burn. I don't know, it might burn. But since you've got both napkins down now, you can certainly touch your napkin on this side too. It's not going to matter because you've got that all the way down. Okay? And voila. Look how adorable that looks. Way cute. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's so, so cute. All right, so I'm going to just keep on going. And since I've got Mod Podge on here, I'm going to just wrap this around. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my parchment paper, put it on top of my napkin, and then I'm just going to put a little bit, or I'm just going to use my iron on this little bit of the corner over here. Yeah, I don't want to get over here because what happens if I get off of this napkin with this hot iron, it's going to melt the Mod Podge to my parchment paper. And that's happened before too. Voila. Oh, this is going to be so cute. All right, I'm going to do the same thing here. Just wrapping him around. So cute. Add my parchment paper. Take my iron and very gently just do that one little area. Try not to move my iron too terribly much because I don't want to wrinkle my napkin. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Voila. Oh, so cute. Ah, so cute, so cute. All right, so I'm going to do this on all the sides. So cute. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to just set this over here so you can kind of see it. I'm going to take my 2 napkins that I've got already cut apart, and I'm going to do the same process. So I'm going to cut that middle out a little bit so they kind of overlap and they look like a big pumpkin patch. I love pumpkins. Who doesn't love pumpkins? Raise your hand if you don't love pumpkins. That's what I thought. All right, so I'm just going to take my water pen. I'm just going to kind of go around the outside of my flowers, my leaves, my pumpkins, and make it where they, see, just going to cut that off. Then I'm going to take my little puzzle piece and set it up against the other one and make sure I'm doing the right sides. I don't do opposite sides. I need to make sure I'm doing the right sides. Go around my leaves, pumpkins, my pretty sunflowers. Who doesn't love sunflowers? Raise your hand if you don't love sunflowers. There's nobody out there that don't love some sunflowers. They're just happy. Sunflowers are just happy, happy sunflowers. They are happy flowers. All right, so I got the same thing done here. 2 puzzle pieces. I'm gonna put them together. All right. This is cool. It's a tiny bit warm, but it's not hot at all, So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So I'm gonna take, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm going to attempt, call me crazy, I'm gonna attempt to do both napkins at the same time. What a feat. All right, so I'm just going to put these napkins on here the best way I can, where I think looks really cute, really good. They're gonna overlap a little bit, which is what I want. It will be just fine. So up just a tiny bit. All right. That'll leave me a little bit to wrap around. Okay, so I've got both napkins up here this time. Same process. Parchment paper on top. Now, you also can use like brown butcher paper, or like if you've got some of that brown wrapping paper. That works pretty good too. I just like using parchment paper. That's what I learned on. I've done the brown paper as well. It works okay too, but I don't know. It's just what I learned on, so I like using the parchment paper. And same thing. Iron is on like medium to high, moving it really slow, melting that Mod Podge up to the napkin, and it's adhering it down to our pretty little crate. I'm just going to do it one more time. Go across. Make good and sure it's melted. And you can smell the wood when you do this because the wood heats up too. Kind of smells not like a campfire, but sort of, kind of. I don't know. All right, so careful because it's hot. Do, 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 do. Not a wrinkle to be found. Oh, so cute. All right, so now I'm going to wrap this around like I had it on the other side. And parchment paper. You guys are going to love this. I've got a craft fair this weekend, and I'm going to take this to my craft fair. So fingers crossed I can sell it. Problem with doing these fun, really cute crafts is that I don't want to sell it. A lot of this stuff ends up in my house. And cute. And then like it sits in my house kind of like on display, and then when I have a craft fair or something, I will take it and put it at the craft fair. And some stuff sells and some stuff doesn't sell. I am far from a professional, but I like to do some crafting, so, and I still consider myself a newbie. All right, so wrap around, wrap around, wrap around, wrap around. Okay, so now I need to take one more napkin, and because I need to put pumpkin on this side and pumpkin on this side. All right, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. Same process, right? Y'all should have this down on how I do my separating of napkins. And you could, if you wanted to, oops, I didn't get very much there. Oh, I got a lot that time. You could just cut this and just do this part, but again, I kind of like to use the whole napkin. So, oops, I got way too much Mod Podge. Whew, let's do it over here. If you get too much, you kind of mess yourself up. Voila, there it goes. Yeah, if you get too much Mod Podge on your fingers, then it just kind of smushes it all together. So, again, these napkins are from the Dollar Tree, and they're hard to separate. So you be a little bit careful so you don't rip them. But I tell you, if you've never experienced a little bit more of a finer napkin, you can buy them from, you know, like I said, there's several people online that sells them, and you know, just depending, it could be a sale going on, you don't, whatever, but I've seen them for as inexpensive as 50 cents for a certain napkin. I've seen them up to $2 plus for just one napkin. So depending on what project you're working on, you know, you could, whatever napkin you'd want. But Dollar Tree napkins, they don't craft bad, but they're just not the same quality as your more expensive one, just like anything that you would buy. If you buy the cheap stuff, right, it's not quite the same quality. Not necessarily that it's a bad thing, just isn't the same thing. Enough preaching about napkins. But I'm happy to talk to it if you would like me to. Reach out and I will answer any questions about napkins if I have the answer. All right, so then I want to do pumpkin on this side. So let's see what we got here. Perfect, it's gonna be perfect. Same process, taking my water, what is the water gun again? I got playing in the water on the brain. I'm just gonna cut around it, tear it, put it aside, do the same thing on this one. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly the same on both sides because it's okay if it looks a little different on each side. Honest to goodness, nobody will be able to tell anyways. All right, pretty easy. See how easy that is? Now, some people just tear their napkins. They don't use a water gun. They can just tear them. But I tell you, I have ripped many a napkin, like ripped it. That you couldn't use it ripped. So I like to use the water gun. Water pen. Jeez, water pen. It's not a water gun. But I like to use the water pen. It's just what I like to do. All right, so now we do have this big handle here, and that's okay. Obviously, we're going to be punching out these the crate, right? So we're going to be, all this is going to be gone, and obviously this middle part here is going to be gone. So we're going to miss a little bit of our pumpkin on here, but that is okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right, so this, I think, my friends, is going to be perfect. Perfect. Oh, there's my parchment paper. Same process. Put my napkin down, parchment paper on top of it, grab my hot iron, and just set it there for just a couple seconds, 4 or 5 seconds. Let it heat up and move it really slowly across the crate. Now, if you're using a canvas, if you're using a raised canvas, you know, you'll have to put something underneath that raised canvas part because your iron will push down. So you're just going to have to practice. But again, if you got any questions, reach out. I love answering questions. I love hearing from you guys. And again, I'm not an expert, but I've messed up a lot. Y'all have seen me mess up a lot. It's part of my charm, right? Of what I do. All right. Booyah. Perfect. Bum, 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 bum. Just love this kind of stuff. How cute is this going to be for fall? Way cute. That's how cute. It's pretty warm yet. Pretty warm to the touch. I don't think it would burn you, but it's pretty warm. All right, so for our final napkin here, guys and dolls, same thing. Y'all should have this process down. 4 times we've done this. 4 times on one project. Way cute. Way cute. There is something about fall. Y'all all know I'm a summer girl, 100% summer girl. But there's something about fall, isn't there? That's just, I don't know. Just that great feeling in the air. Everything's kind of crispy. However, we live on an acreage and there's a ton of leaves out here. So that's not always fun, cleaning up leaves. But, all right. It's so cute. It's so cute. Wait till we finish, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It's looking pretty cute. We are nearly done. Okay, so now we've got all these napkins all over, and it looks kind of like a hot mess, right? It's like, how are you going to get those napkins out there, Becky? Well, let me tell you how I do that. This is my all-time favorite thing to do. You can ask my friend Linda, and she's laughing right now. I love using a sanding block, a fingernail file, an emery board, whatever you have to cut off a napkin. Again, if you use scissors, big scissors, little scissors, whatever you have, you're not going to get a real close, I call it a close shave. You're going to get that choppy, ucky look. So go to the Dollar Tree or wherever you buy your stuff at, grab you some hand sanders, even a piece of sandpaper. Again, any kind of sanding thing, right? And all you're going to do is you're going to take your sander and you're going to go along your napkin, and it cuts it right off. Look at that. Perfect. It is perfect. And it gives it just a complete clean look. Who would have known that, right? Gosh, my hair's sticking all up. Sorry, guys. I kind of look like I've been outside working today. Imagine that. Because I took a vacation day today, and I have been outside working today. So, all right, same process. I'm just taking my file and going along the napkin, and it cuts it right off. There's just something so satisfying that it's such a clean cut. And look how cute this is. Oh, it's going to be so cute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not doing it very hard. Really, it's pretty gentle that I'm doing. And I'm just going along the outside, and it's cutting that napkin right off. So cute. By the way, if you're watching this on the Sweet Pea Shed, do you know that I have a YouTube channel? So this will also be posted out on the YouTube channel. I want to say hi to Steve and Janelle. They watch all of my YouTubes, and much love to Steve and Janelle. Love you guys. All right, back to work, back to work. But I got a lot of people that watch my stuff, and I just can't tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all. I really sincerely mean that. I really do. Look at that. It just, what a close shave, huh? What a close shave. Same process to the bottom. Get rid of that bottom. Here we go. And it comes right off. So cute. Now when you're done with this process, what you can do too is kind of go along your edges, and I'll show you here in a minute. And you kind of pop it up like, just kind of like this to make sure that the edges are all down. And if they're not, you just get some, get your Mod Podge. You can use your finger and just Mod Podge, put a little Mod Podge on it, and that'll push it right back down for you. But how cute is that? I know y'all are gonna be doing this, and I would love for y'all to also join my site called Crafting with the Sweet Tea Shed. And whenever you make any craft, or if you see something really fun, please go on Crafting with the Sweet Tea Shed and post your crafts there, because we love to see that. We're such a big family, and we just love to see that. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what tune that was, but y'all can see singing is not my forte. All right, so she is really cute, and would this not be adorable sitting on a table? You could put you know, some flowers in it, you could put pumpkins in it, you could just use it as a centerpiece, you could put, like, at your dinner, you could put like your actual cloth napkins in it. You know, just the possibilities are endless. It's whatever you want to do with it. All right, okay, moving right along. My video's getting long, and I don't like to have long videos because I know y'all's time is precious. So I am now going to go and I thought I had, oh, well, I have a little, this is just a little emery board from Color Street, by the way. I have a friend who sells Color Street. All right, and so now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna knock out these, where the crates part's at. And you think this is cute, you just wait till you see how cute it is when you can actually see the crate. So cute, so cute. Now, if you like this look, leave it. If you like this is your project. You do what you want to do, right? So if you like that, you just leave it like it is. But I am going to take an X-Acto knife, I think, first. We're going to give this a shot. Kind of feel where it's at. And just do a cut. Right? So I opened it up. And I'm going to take my little file. And I'm just going to use my little file, the same process. And I'm going to cut off that excess napkin. Now, I am going to try something brand new that I have never, ever, ever tried tonight. I'm going to try cutting with fire. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Oh, I don't know. Have y'all ever cut with fire? I don't know. Makes me a little nervous, but I've seen it done, and it just really comes out cute. I don't know. That makes me a little nervous to cut with fire. Fire and paper, I mean, I'm not the smartest tool or the sharpest tool in the shed, but I know fire and paper don't go together very good. All right. But wait till you see this. It's so cute. So cute. Be honest with you, I probably could use a different nail file because this one's getting a little bit used. So cute. Love it. Oh, I wish y'all were here with me. I wish y'all were here with me. We could craft together. I need a better fingernail file. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do the fire thing. I don't know. It makes me... I think I'll try that without being on camera. I just think that's probably going to be my best bet. I mean, I've used fire for some things, but I've never used it with napkins. So, oh man, this is so adorable. Yeah? Way cute. Sorry, my hair keeps sticking up. Sorry about that. Oh, well, we're not here about my hair anyways. We're here about crafting. Oh, my goodness. And we are really just about done. I've got these two to do. And then I'm going to cut out the handles. And then we will be done. I don't have my hot glue gun plugged in. So what I'm going to do once I get off this tutorial is I'm going to plug in my hot glue gun. And then I am going to add jute around the handles. So that'll be way cute. And then I'll, of course, post pictures of what it looks like when I'm done. This is so cute. See, this is just a Dollar Tree napkin. Who would have thought how cute that would be? And if you got Dollar Tree napkins, or whatever napkins that you, if you had like a package of napkins, and then you did this with those napkins, and then you could put your extra napkins in here. And that would be really cute too, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. All right. Well, I get napkins all over me, but hey, that's okay. That and paint and everything else. Just so cute. All right. Well, this one little piece wants to be a stinker. Oh, this little piece, he just doesn't want to come off. He's like, no, I don't want to let go. How cute is that? So you can see the sunflowers, you can see the pumpkins, and you can see the leaves and the little daisies or whatever they are. Way cute. Way cute. Okay, now for the last thing I'm going to do on this tutorial, because we were already at 41 minutes and 31 seconds, I'm just going to cut these handles out, and then like I said, I will probably put jute around the handles just for a little bit of an embellishment and make it look a lot cuter. Then what I will do, probably tomorrow, I won't do it tonight, I'll let it completely dry. I mean, it's dry, but it still needs to, I don't know if curing's the right word, but it still needs to dry some. And then what I'll do, I'm just going to use my finger. Then what I'll do is I will spray it with a triple gloss spray. So it's shiny, shiny, shiny. Now, I will tell you though, when you spray it, or if you wanted to use, you could put another coat of this on it if you wanted to, just to seal it, because if you don't seal it, your napkin, it won't be good, because your napkin, if it gets wet or moisture or whatever, it's going to ruin your napkin. But when you do that, you are going to get some bubbles. So I have not figured out how to not make it bubble, or more like a wrinkle. Not really necessarily a bubble, but it's not going to be as smooth as it is here. But it's not like, oh my gosh, awful. It's not awful. So you'll be all right. But I just wanted to let you know that it does. Again, I'm not sure. It's not a bubble. It's more just a little wrinkle. Look how cute that is. Even though we had to cut out some of the pumpkin, right? It's still so cute. You can see here, I didn't have enough Mod Podge over here. That's what this is. So I will take some Mod Podge with my finger, and I will smooth that down a little bit, and then that'll be smoother. It happens. Told you. Far from an expert. But you know what? I don't worry about that kind of stuff. I will do my best to make it look the best that I can, and I will try to sell it, and hopefully somebody will love it. I think it's really lovely though. But I won't sell anything. I won't sell anything that I wouldn't buy. Does that make sense? If I make something, and I got lots of somethings that I have made that didn't come out very good, I would never attempt to sell them. One, I'm not going to sell somebody something that looks crappy. It's my oh my gosh, I can't. My mind just went blank. It's my reputation, and I don't want to sell something that looks junky or bad. I always guarantee my work. So if somebody buys something and it falls apart or whatever, if I mail something off, I always have a guarantee that if you get it and it's broken or something, you let me know, because, you know, I try to be as honest and have as much integrity as I can. It just is what it is, right? I hope that everybody would be that way. So anyway, so yeah, so I wouldn't sell anything that I would not buy. So that's why I have some items that kind of came out a little bit cruddy, and then I've got some items that I think came out really, 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 really cute. So, so I think this is going to be a really cute one once I get finished with it. And I'm going to try to sell it. And we'll just see. OMG. This is a Dollar Tree napkin, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. It's adorable. Again, I'll smooth that down with some Mod Podge. I'll do it right now, as a matter of fact. Just putting a little Mod Podge on my finger. I'm just going to smooth it down a little bit with it. And I love that there's no wrinkles, but again, it doesn't upset me if there are wrinkles in some stuff, because sometimes that gives it a little bit more of a cool look, I think. See, I got wrinkles. So when you get it a little bit wet, or don't ever get your napkin wet, because if you get it wet without having anything on it, you're going to really ruin your napkin without having a sealer on it. But when you put your Mod Podge on it, it's going to wrinkle it a little bit. Just keep messing with it. Some people use saran wrap, I guess, and that helps smooth it out, saran wrap. But I don't have any here at the table, so I'm not going to use any saran wrap on it. But just came out so cute. Same way over here. That'll teach me. That will teach me. And now I've got Mod Podge all over my fingers. But still, if that's all that happened, we're doing okay. So I'm going to smooth those out with Mod Podge. I can't set this down, or since I've got Mod Podge on it. I'll smooth that down. Then I'm going to take jute and wrap jute around here so it looks like an actual little crate. But again, this could just have so many different purposes. You could even put it in your bathroom, put your toiletries in it. It doesn't matter. You could do whatever you wanted to with it. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on because it's been a while since I've done a napkin. And it's been a while since I've been able to share that. And so anyway, again, I really appreciate y'all more than you will ever know. I just get tickled at some of the emails or some of the text messages that I get and so forth. But I hope that you like this. Please comment and let me know what you think. And I've got big shoulders, so if you don't like it, let me know, or what you might have done different. Because again, I'm far from an expert, but that's it. That's how you put a napkin using the iron-on method on a hard surface. So anyways, it came out oh so cute. I'm very tickled with it. I'm going to finish her up by spraying her tomorrow with gloss, and then I'm also going to put jute around it. So I'll post a picture sometime tomorrow of how she came out. But I hope you guys love it as much as I do. God bless you all. Thanks again for hanging out with me at the Sweet Tea Shed. Keep sprinkling, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Cute. Way cute. Bye, everybody.